The creative team behind last year's comedy This Is the End, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, are reportedly writing and directing the upcoming Sony film Console Wars. The movie is set to be a riveting behind-the-scenes business thriller that chronicles how Sega, a small, scrappy gaming company led by an unlikely visionary, took on the juggernaut Nintendo. Schnepp, what do you think of a Console Wars directed by Rogen and Goldberg?
Fantastic. This sounds like finally a cool video game movie made by nerds, which will be fun to watch. You know, Sega! I can't wait to see it. It just sounds fantastic. Just make that now so I can see it next week. That's what I do.
Dennis?
I'm super excited for it because I grew up in that generation. This happened when I was in high school, and it was the whole like Sega does what Nintendo don't, and like they did this whole they did like this whole marketing campaign. It was brilliant. They took on, because no one had a Sega Master System, which was what was the equivalent of Nintendo. And when Genesis came out, they took a whole new aggressive marketing campaign and they took it to Nintendo. They created Sonic the Hedgehog. They did all these ads that just kept poking at Nintendo, and it actually worked. And I have to admit, I was a Sega fanboy, and I bought into all that stuff. I had a Genesis, and so I think doing a movie like this and adding some humor to it, I'm all for it. My only concern is I don't know how many people besides myself and my generation will actually care to see this movie.
I think a lot of people will, because this is fascinating. I'm a sucker for films like this, like The Social Network, like, hey, remember the Pirates of Silicon Valley?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How great was that?
Those were fun.
And this has all the makings of that. And I think I love what these two guys did with This Is the End. I think they have a really great comic sensibility, but seeing them taking on something like a true story, you know, business thriller kind of thing, and you know they're going to put in a lot of humor as well. I think this is fascinating. It is a little bit funny, though, hearing in the description of it, you know, taking on the juggernaut Nintendo. Today we may hear that go, hee hee,
Right.
like they're a far distant third now,
Yeah.
but this is what built the foundation of the industry we have now. So I think this sounds great, Aaron.
I love underdog stories. I love Goldberg and I love Rogen together. And I love Sonic the Hedgehog, most importantly. So this sounds like a movie I'd definitely be on board for. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.